2 to Rodriguez. Did he go? Did not. He's aboard. Zunino's really hacked off. And Will Little,
well, that's the second time
better
Lloyd's
stop.
going to come out, and I just tossed him out of the game. Right? He's fighting for the young pitcher, and I don't blame him.
Lloyd's going to get his money's worth now. He just ran Zunino.
I don't blame him because he's trying to get out there and save his catcher from getting kicked out.
And I don't blame Mike.
No.
Gardner's on second base because they missed a call, and right there he thought he had it again, and he's fighting for his pitcher.
I love it. He's blowing a gasket. That's awesome.
He's going to give DeMuro what for the last couple of calls. Might as well air everybody out. Get your money's worth times 10. Everybody's getting a piece.
I love it. A little hustle, too.
Do you think he cares?
Absolutely.
You bet he does. He knows how important this is. Pretty nice applause for him, too. Nice show.
Huge ovation for Lloyd McClendon. Zunino, his run, Lloyd's run, and Rendazzo, Mike, you remember last year, gave Lloyd a lot of guff in Detroit, and that's going back even a few years before that. What an ovation for the Mariners.
During the commercial break, Mark Parrott, who was out there to innocuously take out the lineup cards, got the heave-ho. So it's not the all-time record, but it's pretty close to it, as he doesn't make it to the post. And now Robin Ventura comes out. He wants a word, and find out just exactly what the magic word or words were.
Ooh, halfway to home plate, and the pitch is
to the balk.
Yep, first base umpire has called a balk. Ryan Blackney.
You know what?
As McCutchen came sprinting down the line, because with a shift on, he could come halfway to home plate without any fear of being picked off at third, and it upset the rhythm of Colin Ray.
You know what? I don't think that's a balk. You know what? You know what? I don't think it's a balk.
Well, apparently it isn't, because they've brought McCutchen out of the dugout and positioned him back at third base.
And another.
Gets his way. Now going to have another. They're going to huddle again. Huddle for Hurdle. A new series here on Fox Sports San Diego. Tune in tomorrow. We'll have the second edition of Huddle with Hurdle. Or without Hurdle in this case. He can work on that gum, masticate with the best of them. Now they're going to have Andy Green come out and explain. Now maybe they're going to take a U-turn again as McCutchen walks down from third, just in case he's going to touch home plate. Pete McCannon, the manager at Philadelphia, and Andy Green are the only managers, and of course that's because their tenure has just begun, that have not been thrown out of a major league game. Hurdle in a confident pose at the moment, as if he might have won the argument. He's gone.
Good for Andy Green. Get your money's worth. They call a balk, and then they rescind it, and then now they call it a balk again.
There's the other side of the normally placid, calm, articulate Green. And Mark McGwire wants to make sure he doesn't get into any physical contact and lose his manager. So McGwire, the bench coach, will take over the team as Green is dismissed.
He's showing bunt. And just
balk.
We got a balk call.
Call made by Adam Hamari's second balk call in as many games. Rizzo really upset here.
Oh, he's saying Rizzo had abandoned the base, and it was a clear attempt to deceive the base runner here. Like he was throwing to an unoccupied base.
So what Rizzo is ready to
saying,
charge?
I'm coming back. Yeah, Rizzo. You know, you do that with a guy in a bunt situation. You cheat in a little bit, then you come back to the base. That's. I think that's a case of an umpire, young umpire, overthinking it. Take a look. Yeah, he's still very much in the proximity of first base. I don't know that I've ever seen that called before. Fielding Culbreth's going to try to run Joe off the field here, and Hamari just ejected him.
He's out.
Wow, this is a young guy who's just maybe a little bit out of sorts.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, we were just joking about a batter when a call strike 3 getting out of there before something really bad happens. Joe knows he's right, and it's got to be incredibly frustrating to know that.
And a lot of times that's when you get the quick hook from the umpire too, when he knows he's blowing the call and he just doesn't want to be the focus of attention anymore. He just wants it to go away. But I think, you know, obviously it's better if the umpire just takes his medicine. You know, guys miss calls. It happens. And I'm not sure exactly what was said, but it seemed like an awfully quick hook.
He does again, kicks away. Pagan toward third, the throw. Got him. The ball hit the dirt, but on the bounce, Escobar able to get it. He applies the tag. Pagan and Mike Quaddy arguing, and here's Lou.
This could be the one.
There it is, number 1, the first ejection as a Cubs manager for Lou Piniella, and he is really letting Mark Wegner have it. Just kicked dirt on him. I don't think anybody's surprised that he picked today to do it. Bruce Fleming getting in the way. He just kicked the hat.
He's got a 1-out single from Suarez, and the pickoff throw by Shoemaker was awfully close. Being challenged by Mike Scioscia and the Angels. And it appears they've come to a decision. He is out at first base. Oh, here comes Brad Ausmus. And he is running out with a chart. Is he saying this is not reviewable? Oh man, this is Ausmus as heated as we have seen him heated this year. Brad's got a chart, and I'm wondering if it's a chart of the reviewable plays and his interpretation.
All we can do is speculate, but we've seen other plays at first base that have been reviewed as far as pickoff plays are concerned. I think it has more to do with the fact that Scioscia took so long to come out to challenge it.
That would seem to make the most sense. Well, I tell you what, it took approximately half a second for Brad to come charging out of that dugout after the call was made.
This is by far the most animated we've seen Brad Ausmus all season.
Well, Ausmus has said his piece. He's got a few parting shots for Jim Joyce.
Apparently, whatever beef Brad Ausmus had, it must be true, because Jim Joyce allowed him to do some things, and I don't know quite what he was saying, but he got away with a lot there without getting kicked out of the game.
Boy, he sure did. So it'll go as a pickoff. And the bases are empty now.
By Dave Weathers. Kendall bounces this one up the middle. Shortstop, nice pick. Hernandez throws on to first and just does get Kendall. He doesn't agree with that call. And Tommy Sant gets between him and the first base umpire, and out comes Lloyd McClendon again. Jose Hernandez moving far to his left, behind second, and now Lloyd McClendon has been tossed, and McClendon turns and fires his baseball cap. Well, the first base umpire has McClendon steamed. He turned and whipped his cap towards second base. It's still sitting on the grass. And now McClendon walks back. He's going to pick up first base a la Lou Piniella. And he's walking away with the first base bag. But this time he doesn't turn and throw it, at least not yet. McClendon walking with the first base bag underneath his left arm. He just now has crossed the third baseline, and I guess he's just going to walk off with it. To the delight of this crowd, McClendon marches down the dugout steps with first base and now whips it toward the runway. And he'll hand the lineup card to Bill Verdon. We can't continue this game without a first base bag, and now a member of the grounds crew will take another bag and jog toward first base and put it back in there. First base umpire Rick Reed, arms crossed, watching the whole proceedings about 15 feet from behind first. Quite a display from Lloyd McClendon. He is ejected after a close play at first base.